lovelies, it's Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. Welcome back to another tutorial. I think for the next couple of weeks, these tutorials are going to be gift ideas. Quick, easy gift ideas using the wood flowers. I'm not sure how many we're gonna make, but I have a couple percolated in my brain, and so we'll do them individually instead of doing a whole like roundup. So today is day one, video one of gift giving utilizing wood flowers. And I think you're gonna love this one. I'm really loving this one. So let's jump into it and I'll let you know the supplies we're gonna need. So for this tutorial, we are going to be making a bookmark. Now this was inspired by a customer of ours in our group page over on Facebook. It's called Put a Flower on It. And we'd love to have you there. I think there's like over 6,000. It's under 10,000 people, but there's a decent, nice, lovely group of crafters over there on Facebook in our group page, and somebody had shared a project where they had made a bookmark. But they were having a little bit of issues as far as the stability of it, so I was playing around and I was thinking, how could we make this a little bit more stable? And I came up with an idea, and I think you guys are gonna love it. And it's just a nice, cute little gifty, especially for those book lovers in your life. This is a little extra you could do, get them a book and then slide that bookmark on it. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some sort of ribbon. Width is really up to you. This one is 2 inches. I also used, I think, an 1.5 inch ribbon on my tester ones. You're also going to need some elastic. I would say width-wise, the elastic, no smaller than 1/2 inch, but I think like 1 inch would be better for the elastic. You're going to need some bits and bobs of greenery and filler, and then of course, wood flowers. That is it. You can do this 2 different ways as far as the construction. We're gonna use hot glue for this one, but you can also sew it or use some sort of like fabric tack type glue. But for easeability and truth time, I cannot find my pedal and the plug for my sewing machine. I only have the machine. That's not useful for me. So I searched high and low, could not find it, and I was like, well, I guess hot glue is gonna have to do it. I tried it out, I tested it, it works. It's not as like, I would have liked to be able to sew it, but that's not happening today, but you definitely can sew it. Just instead of using hot glue where we're showing the construction, sew it instead. Okay, that's all of that. Let's get to constructing the mechanics of the bookmark itself. So just to give you an idea, this is what we're gonna be creating. And that's gonna be our base for our bookmark. It is going to depend a little bit on the book. You can kind of wiggle around if you're not sure what book size, basing off of a standard book that you might have available, or grab a book from the library. Just borrow it and be careful with it, but use that as your base or size measurements. And I made it so that it's pretty tight when it's all the way through the book, but it still will also hold through when you're just starting to get through the book. Okay. So with this, I am going to, when I measure this, I want a little lip off of the book so that it can kind of fold in, and then a little lip on that side. These scissors are not good for cutting. We're gonna do our best. Okay. Then for the elastic itself, we're gonna want it shorter than the ribbon because we want it to actually stretch. We don't want it to be super loose. So I am just going to go about 3/4 of the way down the book. Give or take. And we're gonna get our good old handy dandy Vikram, and I'm going to go in just a little bit on that tab. And I didn't try this, but I wonder, I feel like it's a waste of elastic, but you could possibly put the elastic all the way across, maybe, or like loop it all the way around. But I don't know. I don't know that I would do that. And then for this side, again, just a little bit. I try to go close to the middle. Set that there. We'll let that fully dry. We'll decorate this one in a minute, and for right now, let's go decorate the one we already have done. Okay, so here's the one we have done. I am going to treat this similar to like what we do with corsages, where we're looking at it on a wrist, as far as how I'm gonna put my greenery on. And this one, I'm gonna be using some Italian ruscus, and I'm using this faux lavender that I think it was called lavender, I'm not 100% sure. This isn't available in the shop right now, but we do carry something similar to this typically during the spring season. And I think for this one, I'm just gonna take it directly off the stems. And I'm going to flank it on those sides. And for my Italian ruscus, I took off one stem off of or one leaf off of this one individual piece that was already cut off of the other. And this is where you can use lots of little bits and bobs of greenery. Now this particular greenery, you can see it separates there. So I'm gonna cut here, here, and then probably up here. So we actually will get 4 pieces of greenery with this. And you can do that with pretty much any of your greenery, especially on projects like this to stretch out your greenery. And we'll just find a couple different spots for that. And then we'll get our handy dandy glue gun. And I think I'm gonna glue this stuff in place. Instead of using ribbon too, you could use something like felt. You could possibly use some fabrics as well. You just want it to have a little bit of a more structured. So if it's cotton, for example, like this ribbon has a little like weight to it. I feel like cotton might be a little thin, but if you backed it with, say, felt, that'll give it a little bit more stability. And this one, I'm gonna take off each of these individual pieces because we might wanna slide those into the flowers possibly. We'll know in a minute. And this flower is flattened a little bit on that side, which is actually perfect for this particular piece. It works out really well for me. So I'm just gonna load up some glue on the flower, set it in there. How did we have it? Uh-oh, I don't remember anymore. That's okay. Oh, that's gonna be cute that way. I'm gonna put glue on this flower, and this flower is gonna get glued onto the other flowers because it's not gonna sit low enough to fit into the base of where the ribbon is. And we make this like group of 3. And then I definitely do want to fill this in just slightly more. So I'm gonna add just a couple more pieces. cute would this be? Like wrap the book too in some like paper and then put this on the outside as almost like a gift tag holder too. Okay, I'm gonna let this fully dry. We'll give it just a couple seconds, make sure the hot glue is fully dried, and then let's wrap it on the book and see how it looks. And then we'll do one more while we're here, might as well. Okay, book number 2, as you can see then how that fits on here. Again, we'll show halfway through the book. It still sits nice and flush on the book. Okay, so for this one, I have the rustic leaves. I have some of the sage greenery. Ooh, that's really fun on there. I'm wondering if we just use the... I kind of wonder if we go simple with this one. I'm almost debating not putting any other, if I just do one single flower. Wouldn't that be really pretty? I think so. I wouldn't always suggest something like this, but having some sort of other fillers. Now these are fairly sturdy. The bunny tails are pretty sturdy too. That could be fun too. Or I have lavender too, dried lavender. Then you have like just a little tinge. Oh, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll put the lavender on there. Okay, so this flower is sitting kind of high up, so we are going to make that a little bit more flush. So when we cut, we want to pay attention to where your string is, and you can cut close to it, but don't cut past the string, okay? Otherwise, you will no longer have a flower that's held together. Now the lavender probably over time will fall off, unfortunately. But my oh my, I think we're gonna put it in there. Yeah, we are. All right, so we've got a couple pieces of lavender. Figure out which ones we want to use. And I like the idea of this being kind of trailing the way it is. Gosh, that's pretty. Okay, so with that in mind, put glue in the center. Man, I wish we had smell-o-vision. This lavender, and it's not new. I've had it in the studio for quite a while now, I feel like. Still smells so dang good. All right, I want a few more pops of this fun little guy over here. Oh, that actually got some glue on it, so let's stick them there. We're just gonna stick them a little bit closer to the flower. Okay. Oh, I think it's done. Let's get these both on their books and see what we think. All right, here's one of the books. Oh my gosh. Now it's definitely a bookmark that you're not going to want to be putting in your bag afterwards, but it'll hold your page till you're ready to continue reading. And here is the other one as well. Oh my gosh. Look how pretty. All right, you guys, there you have it. Let me get these books up. Book number 1, book number 2. I have seen, I don't know if you've seen this, if you're looking for somebody who loves reading in particular, there's places out there where they'll do like a date with a book, and it's a secret book. You don't know what the book is. They wrap it really pretty, add some little extra things with it. If you get somebody something like that and then make a bookmark and wrap that on top of everything else, oh my gosh. What a nice gift. This would also work really well for sketchbooks, cookbooks, the Bible, anything that's got some pages in there and you want to wrap it around. This will work. And then when you're not reading your book, you just pop it on a shelf. How cute is that? Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I hope you guys do as well. Like I said, this is gonna be a series. We're gonna have a couple different gift ideas to work with the flowers. Quick, simple projects if you want to give them as gifts, or these also are really great things if you do craft shows for those small items that are on the lower end of cost-wise that you can have at your booth as well. I think these bookcases or these bookmarks would look so pretty displayed at a store as well. So I hope that inspires you. I hope you really, really enjoyed that tutorial. If you did, give the video a like, leave us a comment, share it. All of those things help our channel. If you are loving the channel and want to be notified every time we post another video, which is typically on Wednesdays, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. To find out about the 150 style Sola flowers we carry, as well as craft supplies and greenery, go to ohyourelovely.com. But before you do, grab this on your way out as a little gift from me to you. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off one order of regular priced items. All right, you guys, I will see you next week for another gift idea. I am Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.